problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
The White House says it asked Zelensky to leave after the meeting and cancel plans to sign the mineral deal. President Trump spoke with reporters about the exchange while leaving for Mar-a-Lago.
Not exactly great from his standpoint. I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up a strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week. Soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rucha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren, you fellow believers of the truth, and shalom to the elect. So anyway, this might seem like a very serious topic, but I was kind of cracking up when I did some further research with what I've already suspected. Actually, I watched a little bit of Elder Manat Zatbar's video, GMS South Carolina 8. And then I said, well, I went to a couple of other videos of this topic, and I caught this video where Donald Trump says he wants nothing but peace. Can you believe that? That he wants peace. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to give some shocking news to you who don't know. Now, if you're one of them people who don't believe in the scriptures or the Bible, this video is not for you. So, as we know, that this is definitely Babylon the Great, right? We see this in Revelation 17, where the peoples and multitudes of nations were put here, right? Let me say the Israelites, nations dwell here, but the Israelites were brought here into captivity. And it says, let me get that real quick. This is definitely Babylon the Great, the mother of harlot, because it has all the characteristics of ancient Babylon. So this is not Babylon. This is Babylon the Great, right? Mother of harlots. And we're going to show you why. And I'll get to the point. I'll sum it up of the things he said. I couldn't believe he said he wants nothing but peace. Anyway, that's all a stick in the gimmick to make America great again. When was America great? That's the question. Was it great when they brought us over here to slavery and used us to build up this place, as they still have the so-called Mexicans building infrastructure or trying to keep it alive? Now you're using the Ishikarites, the so-called Mexicans and the Hispanics to keep the infrastructure going. So when was America great? That's the question I have. Was it when we was getting chased down with dogs and whipped with hoses? Or when is it when you liberated women through feminism and created that Housing Removal Act for fair housing for families? When men are involved in families, but if the man couldn't provide through the oppression of slavery, he had to leave the house so the woman can get housing assistance. Yeah, when does that get? So this has nothing to do with us. Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, the water which thou sittest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Now, when you go to Revelation 7 and 9, it says peoples, kindreds, multitudes, nations, and tongues. So this is talking about all nations, right? When you read Revelation 18, let me go here. And that all nations of Revelation 17 and 9, when it says kindreds, peoples, and tongues, that's the Israelites. They were brought over here to slavery. And then I'll get to the main part of the video, if you bear with me. I just have to bring this out. Revelation 18. And after these things, I saw another angel come from heaven, having a great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory, right? And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and caged in every cage of unclean and hateful bird. You know, it's interesting that how Babylon, we're going to say sake of Babylon, so I won't say the word, went into certain countries in Africa, okay? You know how you got your lithium that, what's his name, Elon Musk supported? That blood lithium of these young so-called Africans digging in the ground and pulling out lithium. So the betterment of making America great is the destruction of other people. That's what it boils down to. America, this is not even Trump's and the, you know, Donald Trump and his nation of people. This is not even their country. So that's how do you make something great that wasn't even yours? You just conquered and took it. Now, they might say in the ancient times, the Israelites, they went and conquered lands and took things under righteousness of the Lord. The things that was done to us was not righteous, right? Slave ships, whipping and beating. Anyway, and it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That's Zelensky and them. All nations have drunk. Because now they're starting to see, wait a minute. Only reason why they want to help us with certain things and get certain things and cause these wars so we can have a one-up on them and they'll be in debt to us. It's a lot of things I ain't going to be able to say in this video. Because you know how I get down, man. They committed fornication with her, man. Now everybody, and it says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. What was one of them richness? What was one of the things they waxed rich with? Us. Okay, us. That's why the scripture said, and I heard another voice of heaven from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues, not of her plagues." See, this is why they have a problem with Israelites. See, as long as we rappers and gangbangers and street shooters, right, there's no call out for hatred on that. They don't have a problem with that. But saying we the real biblical Israelites and showing that, hey, this is what happened during the transatlantic slave trade, and what these people who've done the things that they've done have done nothing but create slaves out of everywhere they went. We'll get into that too, but what I want to touch on first, let me see here. Let's see here. This is what I typed in. I said, how long was America been at war? I knew this because I went through the Wikipedia. I'll go to that again. The United States have been in war, but he says he wants peace. The United States have been at war for about 225 out of 243 years since 1776. And he said he want peace. So, as they say, the roost come home to crow or something like that. Are you serious? And you're going to tell me out of all these years you made America great that there's no repercussions from that? From the things you did to people? You've dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and I believe it was foretold somewhere else. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm just going with the facts. That is insane. What you doing to those the Asian world? Come on, man. which is more than 92% of the time. This is crazy. 92% of the time. Well, down here it says they've been at war 93% of the time. And then, they talk about he's trying to save lives. We're not going to get into the food, the drugs. And I don't know what that has to do with food, drugs, and food. I don't know what they have to do with one another, but maybe it's the chemicals to keep it processed and ship it and all that stuff. I don't know. But I don't understand peace. Jeremiah 8:11 says, they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. So I'm stumbling a little bit because there's things I'm not going to be able to say because of these political type videos. At least every time I do one, it never stays up. So since 1776, the U.S. has only been at peace for less than 20 years. Yeah, that is shocking, Here we go, a list here. List of U.S. combat forces in wars. And I believe it's more than that because they're not going to count. They supporting Israel right now. What's going on there? America don't have anything to do with that. Right? And then with Zelensky prophesied. He said, you're going to get it. War of Afghanistan, Vietnam War, all that area with Cambodia and the Asian countries, Occupation of Haiti. Yeah, we know America has something to do with those people getting in that land too. We know all this. Somalia, Yemen. Yeah, you see the list. I'm not even going to read all this. You had the Barbary trades, the War of 1812, the Great Sioux War. They had, as the younger brother brought out, they had the Bear River massacres. They had many massacres. So as much as America's been at war with all these other nations, they've really been at war mainly with the Israelites even up to this day. That's pretty much what it boils down to. This is who they've been in war with us. This is why our families are destroyed. This is why they push that rap, gun violence and genocide, which is the one of the greatest destruction of a people, right? This is why they fund Black Lives Matter and the NAACP, but nothing comes out of that, right? Because they want the leading hand on it, so when you get shot, they can just pay a couple of dollars and they can just move on. But nobody's coming against the government for that, Anyway, let's go to the book of Habakkuk 2. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Makes sense. Over 222 to 223 years, right? 20 years of peace since this country was established, and this doesn't fit this place. Anyway, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? Yeah, it's going to come back. And weigh and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, the debt that was put, that he has. The Israelites, you used us for trade, stock market, cattle, and you haven't done anything or any formal apology by America to say that they were sorry and try to do some type of, try to give some type of reparations, which we believe at Great Millstone, I only want one reparation. Reparation means to repair. There's only one way you can repair this, right? And this is Isaiah 14:1. Okay, the Lord will set Israel in his own land, and he will take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And Obadiah 1:18 says, the house of Esau should be for stubble, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. So all you was use Esau as a whipping stick to put hell on us. Now your job is up. You did that. It's up now. So now we're waking up. Woe to him that covered an evil covetousness to his house, right? That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou shalt consult shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. Right? You can read all of this. This is pretty good. This is crazy, man. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, and the waters that cover the sea. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And this is exactly what happened with P. Diddy. This is what happened with Bill Cosby. This is what happened with R. Kelly. This is what happened with Michael Jackson, Prince, and the list go on to these entertainers. This is what happened to Whitney Houston. This is what happened to Tina Marie. You know what they do? This is what happened to what's her name? Diana Ross. You know what they did? They brought them in that Boule faction, and even Clive Davis and various others. You know what they said? They love drugs. Well, who gave them the damn drugs? Who oppressed the people so bad, and then you show them the other end of the stick of glory, and they get hooked in there, and you set up gatekeepers, and then you put all the drugs out on the table. I know somebody that was in that industry, by the way, who is now passed. He was a musician, and he told me exactly how it went. They would have people coerce you and put it in your drinks, and then you would drink, and then when you drink, your inhibitions is gone, and then you start smoking, and you start doing various other things, sexual practices. Who does that, man? Who's going to have to pay for that? Yeah, we know who did that. All the wickedness that's been created on the earth is by these people, man. Let's go to Numbers 30:1. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. Right? He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. Meaning what? Breaking treaties. This place claimed that they are of the house of the Lord. They are the house of God. And we know they can't be the house of the Lord. We know that this God made America. We know God made America, but he didn't make America to prosper. He made it to prosper, but really when it prospered, it took his people and brought them down. Because if it wasn't about the children of Israel, then he made it great, then it would have been of the Lord on a righteous hand. But why did Esau do so well when he stole this land, and us, even to this day, is doing so horribly? It's so bad that our people has given a few contracts with some numbers on it, right? Some agreements that they cannot fulfill, and we believe we made it, and we still don't own the damn thing. You still won't have generational wealth. It's crazy, because that money still belongs to them, and they're going to make sure they keep it. That's why this man got to get out of the way. Anyway, Israel's the leading golden recipient. Title 22 has been formalized. This is going into the America support for Israel. Right? So, let me go here. That's pretty much that on that. From 1778 to 1870. Come on, man. All those treaties that were broken. How does that make any sense? Let me read this if I haven't read it. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment has reached unto the heavens, and is lifted up even to the skies. Right? But yeah, this is what I want to get about what I just brought out here about the treaties. You should not break a vow. A treaty is nothing more than a vow. This is what it says. From 1778 to 1871, the United States government has entered more than 500 treaties with the Native American tribes. All of these treaties have since been violated. In some way, outright broken by the U.S. government. And Native Americans and First Nations peoples still fighting for their treaty rights. Then the scripture says, Sirach 12, never trust thine enemy. And when you go on down here, it says broken treaties. Guess what other treaties they broke? We talk about the Native Americans. Hell, they broke treaties with everybody. But the Israelites too. I mean, the other Israelites, the Judites, the Southern tribe, right? You broke treaties with the so-called Black American. They were going 40 acres of the mule. We're going to give you this and give you that. That's crazy, man. What have they done? And people still support this. They're hypocrites and liars and claim that they are people of God and God made this and God set it up and God ordained it. But they're liars. How did God ordain a devilish liar and a hypocrite? That's what a hypocrite is. That's all I have on that. Shalom.